everybody, welcome to my channel. So today, I'm coming to you with another haul video. But before I get into the entire haul, I really wanted to come and show you this Morphe Brush 35F palette, which is the Fall into Frost palette, and it is so freaking gorgeous. Like, at first I was like, I'm always like that when I first see things. Like, I'm never just like always captivated, except for that, Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. But anyway, this is the 35F palette that MorpheBrushes recently released. Gosh, all I can say is if you have not gotten onto the Morphe train, you are in the desert somewhere. Like, I don't know where you're at, but these are the colors. It is a very shimmery palette. The first 4 rows are shimmers, and then the last row are transition colors, and they are matte. Let me let you get up on it so you can really see them colors. There we go. In love. So let me just do a couple. First of all, I really have to rave about Morphe brushes because they're inexpensive, good quality, and I haven't had any kinds of issues with honestly anything except for like one time I think a brush was, one of the brushes were incorrect, but that was it. That's the only issue I had, and they corrected it like within the quickness. And I wanted to do a couple of swatches, but they're shadows. If you are on a budget, not on a budget, but you're looking for good quality shadows, I think you should definitely go with Morphe brushes because they're so soft and buttery. They blend very well. They're very pigmented. Like, I did not have to put on a base, a white base, a nude base, nothing. The only thing I have on my eyes is eyeshadow primer, and I use this palette for my entire look. And I feel like the palettes that I have from them, I'm in love with. I do own, I think, 2 or 3 other palettes. And to be honest with you, to be very quite, I wish I would have found out about Morphe brushes before I invested in a lot of other companies, because I feel like they would have basically like fulfilled my my conquest as far as eyeshadows. They really do have amazing eyeshadows. I promise you, it is so. Let me just swatch. Let me get into the swatches. Okay, so let's go to this first one right here. Really nice. I mean, my gosh. I'm gonna put that down and swatch that right there for you. Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay, let's go to the next one in that same row. This one right here. Okay. And another thing is very minimal, if any, kind of fallout. To be honest with you, I have not experienced any fallout with either of the palettes that I own. There you go. Very pretty. Let me get up close so you can really see that. All right. Now I want to get into a couple of these colors over here. So we're going to get into this one. That's pretty. Look at that. That's real pretty. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? Do you see that? Honey, baby, do you? Hold on, let me wipe off my fingers because we're going to be doing like a swatch fest. We're going to swatch this up. Okay. Let's get into this color right here. This one. And it just feels so nice, so soft. Oh my gosh. And that's what it looks like on my finger. And then we're going to swatch it. That is beautiful. Beautiful. It's like a dark kind of coppery color. I hope it is really showing up because it is so pretty. Okay, we can get into some of these transition colors. So I'm gonna go to this one just because I love them reddish kind of browns. Reminds me of like a sienna kind of color. And I'm gonna swatch that. Really nice, really soft, so blendable. Like $22.99. You cannot beat that. Like, my gosh. What else? Let's get into this one right here. Very beautiful, nice, rich gold. Look at that. Amazing. Mind you, I have no primer on my hand, nothing like that, nothing. And you do not need, it is not necessary to have a base to amp up the color. That is definitely optional with their shadows. I have never had an issue with the palettes I own from them. I have not had any issues. And that's just like so shocking because they're so inexpensive. You know what I'm saying? You pay $60 and some of those $60 palettes are chalky. Pigmentation lacks tremendously. And then they have this beautiful packaging, you know what I'm saying? But your shadows aren't doing their job. For $60, I don't care what base I put on. I shouldn't even need a base for them to pop. If I need a base for a $60 palette to pop, like, that's just a waste of money, in my opinion. So, let me see what else. What other color can we get into? I don't even know. There's just so many. All right, so we're going to go to this one over here. Look at that. And then I'm going to go into this one right next to it. So, ooh, beautiful. And we are going to swatch both of those right here in my arm. Ooh, baby, look, 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 look. Bam! Do you see that? Wait, but do you see that? No, you don't see that. Yes, you do. You see that. That is beautiful. I'm telling you, you need to, if I'm pushing anything on you, I'm going to push this Morphe palette on you. And it's not because I'm getting paid for it. It's not because I'm affiliated with them. It's because it is some really good, great quality shadows. OMG. All right, one more shadow I want to get into is this color up here. I don't know, it's just like popping at me. And, oh, they just feel so nice. You just want to just like keep your finger in it. And we're going to do that one right there as well. Ooh, tell me that's not a beautiful peachy shade. You can't tell me that because it's just so darn beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. And then you have a whole row for transition colors, which you only need this palette. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need anything else. I really like this. Like, this is the 35 F Full into Frost palette. Is $22.99. If you do nothing else, if you get nothing else from MorpheBrushes, definitely invest in their eyeshadow pro palettes. This is gorgeous. The colors are amazing for the summer, transitioning into fall. Beautiful palette. Okay, moving on. MorpheBrushes did have a 40% off their Elite brushes because I believe they're replacing it with a new collection in the Elite range though, but I don't know, they're coming out with some new ones. So I picked up the E6 brush, which is a buffing brush, and it looks like this. I also purchased the E31 brush, so you can see that E31 is humongous compared to the E6. You'll get a whole lot more coverage with this one, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting both of them. Like I said, they were 40% off, and normally this brush, I believe, is $19.99 for this one. I also picked up blending brushes. I love Morphe's brushes, for real, for real. Excuse me. This is the M441 brush. Looks like this. These are not the Elite brushes. The Elite brushes will have an E at the beginning. I also purchased the M433 brush, which I forgot I received this in, I believe that was the April or the May subscription service, and I purchased this twice actually. So yeah, here it is again. And then I received it in the subscription, so I have 3 of those, but they actually do a really good job. I'm not sure if these are comparable to the MAC 217 brush. I'm not sure if that's this brush or not, but that's what that one looks like. This one is the E23, another nice blending brush. And this one here is, wait, what's that one? Oh, shoot, your girl done purchased. Oh, no, I did do that on purpose. I was about to say I done did it again. But no, I did purchase another one because they are discontinuing this line of brushes. These particular ones, I was like, well, let me just, you know, get a backup one. The E28 brush, which is really good for that crease area, and it's nice and tapered. Then I got this really small crease blending brush. This is the M562, and it's really thin, but it's gonna get right in that area to blend it out. And then last but not least, I got this E30 brush, which I'm really loving for like my transition area. Really nice, really fluffy, very soft. I haven't experienced any shedding with those brushes. I did have some shedding with another brush I purchased from them, which is this M330 brush. About 2 hairs have come out, and I've washed this twice because I've only used it a couple of times. But yes, definitely hit up MorpheBrushes. I hope you enjoyed this little swatch fest. I hope you pick up that 35F palette. Let me know in the comment section below if you did pick up anything from them. I know everybody is after the 35O palettes, the all shimmer, the all matte, and then the original one. I do have the original. I'm not sure about the all shimmer and the all mattes. I don't know if it's necessary to have that many of that palette, but I definitely love the 35O as well as this 35F palette. Thank you all for watching and supporting my channel. Bye.